Good morning, everybody. Welcome to WEBS. Today is Wednesday, March 6th, 2013. Lots of friends on the news with us this morning. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Tell everybody your name.
Christian.
Christian. And Christian, whose class are you in?
Miss Obelisky.
Awesome. And this friend's name is?
Rita.
Rita. From whose class?
Miss Shaw.
Miss Shaw. And tell everybody your name.
Jamari.
Jamari, whose class are you in? Miss Bates. And this friend's name is?
Nicholas.
Nicholas. From whose class? Miss Shaw. All right. And this friend is?
Misha from Miss Porno.
Awesome, Misha. Very good. Boys and girls, let's all stand up. And my friends are going to help us pledge. Christian, I'm going to let you switch so you can put this hand over your heart, your right hand. Right, this one. Okay? Good. Switch hands, Nicholas. Switch your money to your other hand. And put that one up there. All right, ready, everybody? Look at your flag and say our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You guys do a great job. Thank you. Let's all freeze for a moment of silence. All right. Let me tell you a couple reasons I've got friends on the news. These friends filled up their cards, so they're here because they have been respectful, responsible, and ready. And so have my other friends. I invited Christian to come because there was a time when some kids were bothering Christian and it made him not like school. But he was brave. He used that life skill of courage and he told an adult. And we fixed it, didn't we? There is never a time we will ever let anybody bother any student. And all you have to do is tell an adult. And Christian did that. And now he is like my very best student. He comes in, he does his work, he does a good job in his class, and he doesn't worry about being at school, right? He's awesome. Now let me explain why I've got these friends on the news. Hold up your boxes. They're so heavy. Whoa, Rita. Might take two hands. Rita and Nicholas have taken home their boxes. I talked about this on the news yesterday. We as a school all together, because alone it's hard for us to make a lot of money for people who need help, but together all of us can bring in our pennies or our change and dollars if your parents want to send dollars. That's fine. But they have filled up their boxes and they have brought them in to donate for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Remember, we talked about that's the kind of cancer that gets in our blood and we want to help people who get sick. That's what happens with our money. So we have 3 weeks to collect and we're going to be collecting so that we can give it to the Lymphoma Society. So teachers, if your children bring in their boxes, put their name and your name, because we're going to be seeing which class collects the most. I'm not sure that we'll have the prize. The whole idea of this is not about what we can win, but about how in our hearts we can be nice and help other people. If you only have 2 pennies, not a big deal. Bring in whatever you've got, because even if you don't bring any money, it's something we're doing as a whole school. So you count too. This all comes from North Myrtle Beach Primary. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put these with Miss Shaw's name. I'm going to have some volunteers help me get to counting. Teachers, if kids bring in their boxes, you can put their name and your name, and I'll take those. Otherwise, we have boxes in our classroom with the teacher's name. You can put money in too if you don't want to fill up your very own. But guys, I appreciate that. That's awesome that you took the initiative to already bring it in. So thank you, thank you. Let's get on with the news today. Let's start with some birthdays. March 6th, I have Janasia Goss and Zamaria Stevenson. Happy birthday to those friends. We hope it is a super special day. We already talked a little bit about our pennies for pasta and bringing in our money. Let's go on into some other news. Unfortunately, I hate to share these. Isn't this awful? Let me show you. Mr. Jerry has asked me, and this is more for my first graders, First graders, what is happening in our restrooms on both hallways? Look at this picture. I hope you can see it on the news. You want to see first? That's a whole bunch of TT in the floor. Disgusting. Do not TT in the floor. When you're potty, put it in the potty. Isn't that gross? We're not babies. Don't do stuff like this. This is not the way we act. It is not respectful of other people who have to come to the bathroom. Mr. Jerry is working on a new plan. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to figure out who keeps making such messes. None of the boys and girls at school want to go into a yucky bathroom. We want a nice place to go where we can use the restroom. Don't mess it up. Both hallways, and mainly my first grade students. Get with it and don't mess up the bathroom. I'm going to look at a few life skills before I read our cards. We have sense of humor for Sincere in Miss King. He always tries to make everybody laugh. He's always happy and has something funny to say, but in a good way. Good job, Sincere. We have a new life skill starting this week. It's patience. And patience means, let's look at the exact definition, to wait calmly for someone or something. I have Campbell in Miss D. Sabato. Campbell is patient, waiting for his turn. He doesn't interrupt, and he cooperates with everyone. Way to go. Patience in Miss Edwards is Alani's. Alani's is always waiting her turn, calm in the line, never cutting in front of anyone. Juliana in Miss Bodkins has patience. She is having patience with students. If a student's having trouble or struggling, she stays with them. She doesn't ever push to be first, but waits her turn. In Miss Thompson's room, patience is for Jalea. Jalea shows patience every day. She doesn't interrupt others or call out. We are proud of her and love having her in the class. One other one that we'll do today is in Miss Ellison. Jay. Jay has patience. Jay waits for his turn, and if there's a problem, he waits till it's fixed. Way to go, boys and girls, with our life skills. Very impressive. First grade, Autumn and Ellison treasure, Elizabeth and Ellison lunch with a friend, Kayla popsicle, Heidi popsicle, Cadence and Miss Matthews will read to another class, Chloe will have lunch with me. I'll try to find you today, Chloe. Jaden and Miss Matthews treasure, and in Miss King's class, Megan will read to another class. From Miss Dunn, we have a folder for Garth. We have Fernanda and Miss Green getting a book, Corrali getting lunch with a friend, Destiny getting an eraser, Keon getting an eraser. From Miss Faith, Justin gets a book, Sophia gets lunch with a friend. Jamari came on the news. Somewhere I have Misha's card. Misha came on the news. Hannah and Miss Faith a folder, James a book, Ashton an eraser. From Miss Ward, Ty, let me know what Ty wants. William Informo eraser, Oliver Informo a popsicle. From Miss Thomas in Child Development, and I'm not sure how to say this, I've got to learn this name. How gets a popsicle. I hope I did that right. We also have Liam in Fields, highlighter, Riley in Phones, helper of the day. Jasmine and Miss Faith, popsicle. Ronan and Faith, a pencil. From Miss Shirley, Devik, popsicle. Thad and O'Connor, popsicle. Nicholas and Miss Sobolewski, treasure. Alan, treasure. From Miss Shirley, Laney gets a popsicle. Natalia gets an eraser. Jarik and Miss Phones will eat with a friend. Brianni and Miss Faith will have a popsicle. Michaela gets a popsicle. Jamari gets a popsicle. Jamari, you filled up too. Miss Chandler's a little behind on the cards. And I'll save these for tomorrow, boys and girls. Please, keep our bathrooms clean. That's a big deal, isn't it? Nobody wants a yucky bathroom. And boys and girls, keep the good work up of bringing in your pennies. You guys appreciate that, and thank you guys for helping do the news. Can you tell everybody bye?
Bye.